husband and I have farmed in the Arkansas Delta for over 50 years. And today I'm going to do a recipe, an old recipe that's been in our family a long time. And it's fried green tomatoes. It's one of my granddaughters, Mary Elizabeth. It's her favorite recipe. She'll come to see me a lot of times and I'll fry the tomatoes for her. So first of all, I'm going to tell you what the ingredients are in it. We have in this bowl, we have 2 cups of cornmeal, and I use a Aunt Jemima cornmeal mix. And we have a 1/2 cup of flour. I use WR self-rising flour. And we have this mixed in this bowl. And we have 2 tablespoons of sugar that I already have in here. We have 1 tablespoon of salt. We have 1 teaspoon of black pepper and just a couple of pinches of cayenne pepper in here. And we stir this up real good. So the next thing we have is sour cream, and we have 1 1/2 cups. Now you can use buttermilk if you want to instead of sour cream, but my family likes the sour cream. We use sour cream, and we use 1 egg white. And I save the yolk. I'll put that, I've already got the egg white in here. I'll save the yolk and use it in cornbread or something. But I mixed the sour cream and the egg white in this bowl. If you want to glue food together, you use an egg white because you're trying to glue this batter when you fry it so it won't come off. Our tomatoes, now this recipe says drain them for 30 minutes. I really like to drain none longer than that because they have a lot of water in them. And if you'll slice your tomato about a 1/4 inch, I already have done this so they'd be drained, 1/4 of an inch thick, and you want to sprinkle salt on them. Turn them over and sprinkle salt again. What that salt does is bring the water out of them. And if you don't get a lot of the water out, when you start frying them, your batter might come off. So we've got them drained, and I've patted them all down with paper towel. And you can't believe how much water comes out of them. So now we're ready to batter them in the mix that we just got through with. Now we've got a preheated electric skillet at 325, and I have put peanut oil in it. I like peanut oil. Of course, you can use something else if you want to. We're ready to put that in. Okay, this is coming along pretty good. You know, after we get through frying these tomatoes, we're going to make a sauce. It's called a Mississippi comeback sauce. The main thing you want to do here is make sure that coating stays on them. And that's the great thing about draining them. You know, that'll help that a lot. As long as they're coated is all that matters. Well, I think that's all ready right now. The Duke Mayonnaise Company makes that Mississippi comeback sauce, but there's not very many stores here that have it. But I got a recipe, and my granddaughter and I tried it out, and we liked it a lot. These are frying up real pretty. That recipe says 30 minutes on draining your tomatoes. I would drain them for a couple of hours. I just think it does better. But you can do it in 30 minutes, but I think it holds the coating a lot better. So, well, we just have to let those cook a little bit. 5 minutes, maybe each side, probably, I'd say. I remember my mother cooking fried green tomatoes. My mother-in-law, you know, all the farm people raised their own gardens, and we had fried green tomatoes that years ago. I was born during the Depression, and I don't remember a lot about it except hearing my family talk about it, but the Depression didn't hurt, even though we were real poor. We raised our own foods, and we didn't have to suffer like some people did, some poor people back then. Because my dad always had plenty. He raised his own hogs for the for our meat. My mother had a garden and she canned. I know she used to say, I've canned 500 quarts of vegetables. And then we had vegetables all winter that way. And then the World War II came along and we had rationing of food. And again, we didn't suffer like a lot of people. I remember we didn't go a lot, so the gas rationing wasn't really important to us. I remember sugar and coffee were the two things that I remember. I was about saved by World War II. I was born in 1930, so I was 10, 12 years old. But we didn't suffer either of those things as much as some people did, because my parents always had plenty of food. They were poor, but they had raised their own food, and a lot of times they divided with people in the community too. But I remember too, when my mother had a garden, she fried tomatoes, and we ate it, but I think it didn't get real popular maybe until that movie came out with the people outside that didn't raise their own tomatoes. The people that raised their own tomatoes back when I grew up, it was very common to have fried green tomatoes. My granddaughter knew how much she liked them, and I said, well, we'll try to find a good recipe. So we kept trying different recipes, and finally we came up with this one, and we both liked it a lot. So this has been our recipe ever since. Then my son-in-law came up with that Mississippi comeback sauce and really made them good. And that's when we experimented around and learned to make it. Well, it looks like our fried tomatoes are just about finished. They held their coat pretty good. We cook these now on a 325 heat. So we're ready to make the Mississippi comeback sauce. I've got it all measured out for us here. We start off with 1 cup of Duke's mayonnaise. Okay, we got a cup of mayonnaise, 1/4 cup of ketchup. It has 1 tablespoon of sriracha sauce. And the sriracha sauce is real spicy. Of course, I like spicy foods myself. 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. 1/2 teaspoon of hot sauce. This is pretty spicy, this whole recipe is, but it's good. 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. We have 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. No, we got black pepper to taste. I just put 1/2 teaspoon of that too. It's the other. Okay, we stir this up. Now, we're going to do 1/2 of a lemon. And you can put a whole lemon in it if you want to, but I'd put 1/2 a lemon and see how it tastes before I put a whole lemon in it. Well, let's squeeze this out in here. See, it doesn't take long to make this, and it's really good. It can be served with vegetables, grilled fish, all kind of meats, sandwiches, salad dressing, but the most of all, I like it with fried green tomatoes. And this is ready to pour up. Okay, that is our fried green tomatoes. I hope you, and also our comeback sauce, and I hope you enjoy them as much as my family does. And I hope you watch our next video, another family recipe.